Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Ellis County High School Sports Awards, brought to you by the Waxahachie Daily Light and the Midlothian Mirror, presented by Methodist Midlothian Medical Center.
I'm honored to represent Methodist Midlothian Medical Center and all our healthcare heroes who care for patients, save lives, and provide hope in our region. Our team knows what it takes to handle stressful situations and rise up in adversity, especially during the COVID pandemic. We want to congratulate and commend our student athletes in Ellis County for displaying the same resolve and fortitude as you've trained, competed, and excelled in your respective sports. You've learned about leadership, courage, how to perform at a high level as a team, and how to persevere through some really hard times. You're the best of the best, and we want to congratulate all of our athletes in Ellis County.
To get better, you've always got to be growing, expanding your reach. It's why at Methodist Health System, we're growing, adding access points to keep you healthier and stronger every day. It's what life's all about, growing to get better. Trust Methodist.
Talent will always be found. It doesn't matter where you play or where you're from. When you have talent, people will find you.
Some of the biggest names in the world of sports come together to honor the best high school athletes in the country. Alex Morgan, Katie Ledecky, Aaron Rodgers, Sue Bird, Shaquille O'Neal.
Now do you know my name? Yeah, you know, do you know my name? You know, my name is Fire, Fury, Power. My name is Legend. You know, do you know my name? Let's go. My name is Legend.
It's a celebration of athletic excellence from those who know it best. Here are your hosts, Heisman Trophy winner and ESPN analyst Desmond Howard, and the host of NFL Live and SEC Nation, Laura Rutledge.
Hi everyone, and welcome to the show. Tonight we get to celebrate one of the most passionate and exciting groups in all of sports, the high school athlete.
That's right, Laura. An incredible list of all-star talent has signed on to help recognize these amazing men and women. We're talking Aaron Rodgers, Alex Morgan, Chipper Jones, Sue Bird, Katie Ledecky, and the big man himself, Shaquille O'Neal.
I love it. You know, I actually think it's illegal these days to have a sports award without Shaq in it.
I think you're right.
So I'm glad he's on board for our show tonight.
Of course, and the Diesel has something in common with everyone else on this show. At one point or another, we all went to high school.
True, and while the time since high school has been a while, for some more than others, we all still remember the hopes and dreams and even the challenges of that memorable time in our lives.
And tonight, we all return to high school to cover a lot of sports and give out a lot of awards. If two people showed up to cheer for it, and those two people were your parents, we're celebrating it tonight.
So ditch the backpacks and summer reading lists and forget about that pop quiz you bombed in third period French last semester. It's time to celebrate some of the best high school athletes in the area.
Of course, none of this will be possible without the generous support of our sponsors.
And you can't have a celebration this big without a little flexing going on. That's why we have sports broadcaster Abby Labar keeping an eye on the land of the humble brag.
Thanks, Laura. And speaking of bragging, we know you love to, and we love to see it. So tag us in your social posts, share photos and videos from your own celebrations using tonight's hashtags. Posts on Instagram or Twitter will be shown on the social media feed on the show website. Okay, so we know every award show needs a red carpet, and lucky for us, 2 former college football players agreed to host ours tonight. If you don't know them as football players, well, you probably know them better from another little gig they had. The Bachelorette and The Bachelor, my friends Tyler Cameron and Matt James.
Thanks, Abby. Matt and I are so excited to be here. We got out, got dressed up, and stepped into our freshest kicks to walk the red carpet.
Wait, are those my shoes?
Bro, you put them in my closet. I'm wearing them now.
Tonight we get a chance to salute some show-out high school athletes. So who's handing out the roses? I mean the awards tonight.
Careful now. We talked about this and we let that go. We were playing sports long before our bachelor days, so we know how exciting this must be for you.
But tonight's not about us. It's about the athletes of today. The records they're breaking, the bars they're raising, and the names we'll be reading and remembering in the future.
So whether or not you win tonight, just know you've already proven to be a top athlete. So congratulations, this red carpet is all for you.
Thanks, guys. I don't know about you, Desmond, but I'm ready to start giving these kids some of their hard-earned awards.
Hey, let's do it. We're going to kick things off in the pool. Here to help us dive right in is one of the most decorated female swimmers in U.S. history, the legendary Katie Ledecky.
Katie Ledecky burst on the competitive swimming scene at 15 years old. At the London Olympics, she took home the gold and the first of many Olympic medals. She's added 4 more golds, 15 world championships, 2 NCAA titles, and a whole bunch of freestyle world records. The recent Stanford grad is back in the pool, training for Tokyo.
Hey everybody, Katie Ledecky talking to all you swimmers and divers out there. I know a lot of the world puts us all together in one big group because we spend half of our time in the pool and the other half of the time trying to get chlorine out of our hair. But we are a very diverse group. Divers launch themselves off of boards and platforms of varying heights, and swimmers employ a bunch of different strokes and distances, each with its own unique demands. That's why I'm here. So I can speak to all of you individuals and tell you the key to success in your water world is to always, always, always keep moving forward. Except, of course, anyone who competes in backstroke or performs back dives. That advice would be very bad for you. You guys keep going backward. That sounded weird. I'm gonna go back in the pool. I'll leave all you divers to your diving and your backstrokers to your backstroking. I'll see you later. Here are the honorees for the Female Swimming and Diving Athlete of the Year. And the finalists are and the Ellis County Female Swimming and Diving Athlete of the Year is Brooke Bryant of Life High School, Waxahachie.
Brooke Bryant captured first place gold in the 500-yard freestyle at the Class 5A Region 4 meet and is this year's Ellis County Girls Swimming and Diving Athlete of the Year. She went on to compete at the Class 5A state meet for the second straight season, where she earned 11th place in the 500 freestyle. Bryant will compete collegiately at Case Western Reserve University this fall.
Congratulations, Brooke. Here are the honorees for the Male Swimming and Diving Athlete of the Year. And the finalists are and the Ellis County Male Swimming and Diving Athlete of the Year is Jackson Chambers of Midlothian Heritage High School.
After representing his school at the Class 5A state meet, Jackson Chambers is this year's Ellis County Boys Swimming and Diving Athlete of the Year. Chambers' junior season was highlighted by a second-place finish in the 200-yard freestyle at the Region 4 meet to earn a spot at the state meet in mid-February. He also competed in the 100 freestyle at regionals, coming in 4th place.
Congratulations, Jackson.
If you had to name the sport that most pro athletes choose to play when they're not at their paying gig, it would have to be golf. It doesn't mean they're good at it, but it doesn't mean they're as bad as Charles Barkley either. But we decided to tap someone who makes their living driving for show and putting for dough. Here's Ryan Palmer with the Golf Awards.
Four-time champion Ryan Palmer is no stranger to success. On the PGA Tour, where every week is a battle of attrition, he's taken home 4 Tour victories, 11 runners-up, 67 top 10 finishes, including 2 in the majors.
Hey all you golfers out there. PGA Tour winner Ryan Palmer here to hand out the golf awards. But before I do, I want to point out something about golf compared to other sports. Listen, I get it. There's no buzzer beating golf. No one is throwing the ball 100 miles an hour at you, and no one is going to smash into you at the top of your swing and throw you to the ground. That's all true, but there's something awesome about golf that you can't find in a lot of other sports. If you got a couple of hours to spare, you can play on the same courses that Tiger, Phil, myself, Annika and MB, or even Rory and DJ play on. Try shooting hoops with your friends at Madison Square Garden, or play 9 innings at the friendly confines of Wrigley Field. Let's hear it for the game of golf, where legendary venues are open to all. Here are your honorees for the Female Golfer of the Year. And the finalists are and the Ellis County Female Golfer of the Year is Tiffany Ka'au of Midlothian High School.
Tiffany Ka'au won the silver medal at the UIL Class 5A Girls Golf Championship in May. Ka'au dominated the field to win the Class 5A Region 2 tournament, qualifying for state as an individual medalist. At the District 14 5A tournament, Ka'au shot a career-low 8 under par 64 on the first day and even made a hole-in-one on 3 en route to the district crown.
Congratulations, Tiffany. Here are your honorees for the Male Golfer of the Year. And the finalists are and the Ellis County Male Golfer of the Year is Josh Perkins of Midlothian High School.
Josh Perkins was the leading performer among boys golfers in Ellis County, shooting a 2-day total of 153 in Class 5A regional competition. Perkins shot a 74 on the second day of the competition to place in a tie with 15th among individuals. Perkins had a strong senior season, shooting below par with a sizzling opening round of 68 at the Squaw Valley Preview.
Congratulations, Josh.
Carrie Walsh-Jennings here. Stick around. Volleyball's coming up soon.
Are you guys hungry?
Yeah.
All right, let's get some apps.
Let's do it.
It's as easy as that. Let us refill for you.
There you go, guys.
Wow, that was so fast. Thank you so much.
All right, cheers, guys.
Hey, I'll be right back. Okay.
No one likes waiting in long lines or missing the big moments.
Did I miss anything? No. That was quick. I know, right?
You want a beer? Yeah.
We're making it easier for you to get back to what you love without missing a single minute. Refill.
Did I miss anything?
A lot of sports have similar concepts and equipment, boundaries, balls, and scoreboards, name a few. But there are 2 that make use of sand. One is golf, where it's to be avoided, and the other is beach volleyball, where it's embraced in all its gritty glory. Here to lend a hand with our volleyball awards is someone who knows achieving greatness is no day at the beach, Carrie Walsh-Jennings.
Carrie Walsh-Jennings, also known as 6 Feet of Sunshine, is covered in Olympic gold. The 42-year-old SoCal standout is the most decorated beach volleyball player in Olympic history. She and her former teammate Misty May Traynor won 3 gold medals and 5 world championships, earning the title the greatest beach volleyball team of all time.
Hey everybody, Carrie Walsh Jennings here. I know this looks like a volleyball, but in reality, it's a ticket to your future. Because the lessons you learn hitting this sucker around will come in handy down the road. Things like teamwork, determination, goal setting. You're going to need all of those skills. And then, there are the friends you make with this. Ones you'll have for the rest of your life. Priceless. So don't think of it as just a volleyball. Think of it as your secret weapon for success. And your honorees for Volleyball Player of the Year are and the finalists are and the Ellis County Female Volleyball Player of the Year is Elizabeth Schmidt of Midlothian Heritage High School.
Elizabeth Schmidt turned in consistently well-rounded numbers the entire volleyball season as a team captain for the Midlothian Heritage Jaguars with high numbers in almost every match. On the season at outside hitter, she finished with totals of 386 kills, 270 digs, 192 points off serve, 81 aces, and 37 blocks.
Congratulations, Elizabeth.
Not all of our awards are sports specific. There are a few that draw their lists of exceptional candidates from across the athletic spectrum. The first of those is our I Am Sport Award. This award spotlights student athletes who have taken a leadership role outside of competition, volunteering their help to improve their communities. And to present it, we have the truly amazing athlete and mental health advocate, Imani McGee-Stafford.
Imani was selected 10th overall in the 2016 WNBA draft by the Chicago Sky. But while she was a student at the University of Texas, she shared her very personal story. From the ages of 8 to 12, Imani was abused by a relative. That trauma led her to attempt to take her own life multiple times. Like so many others carrying painful secrets, she thought she was the only one. But through counseling and writing, she changed her life.
Imani has stepped away from professional sports to pursue a law degree, but nothing has stopped her from speaking out against the stigma long associated with those in need of mental health services. Her bravery has helped so many people she's never met. Much like the nominees of the I Am Sport Award, who share her passion for helping others, here she is, Imani McGee-Stafford.
Hey all you athletes out there, guess what? We all have something in common. When we practice, we get to see very clearly the fruits of our labor. Doesn't matter if it's measured in inches or seconds, pounds or points, velocity or victories, we can clearly see how we are improving. But there's so many people out there who have a hard time seeing any improvement in their day-to-day lives. Just like we are helped by coaches, teachers, teammates, and family to reach our potential in our sport, we need to help others reach their potential in life. And I am proud to see that so many of you are out there doing just that. The I Am Sport Award is our way to say thank you for all of your efforts. You are showing that high school athletes can give more to their communities than their signature win over a rival team. They can give hope.
Here are your honorees. Here are your finalists.
And the I Am Sport Award goes to Wyatt Toomey of Ferris High School.
Wyatt Toomey is a multiple sport athlete at Ferris High School who excels in the classroom as well. Being a true servant leader, Wyatt also donates time to worthy causes in the community, including passing out food to needy families at a North Texas food bank stop in Ferris.
Congrats, Wyatt.
There are some athletes today who have been so dominant, you only have to say their first name for everyone to know who you're talking about. They become celebrities, giants of their sport.
That's right. Our next presenter was an athlete like that during her long career. She made her mark as a teenager, practically ruled at Wimbledon, and was still taking home major titles at the age of 49. The name Navratilova will be in the record books for years to come. But for so many of us, all you have to say is Martina.
Martina Navratilova is one of the most dominant players to ever swing a racket. Born in the former Czechoslovakia, the former world #1 claimed 18 Grand Slam singles titles, added to her 31 doubles and 10 mixed doubles. 59 major titles are the most by any player, male or female, in the Open era.
Hey everybody, Martina Navratilova here, to tell you that you picked a great sport to play in high school, because it's a sport that you can play your whole life. I mean, look at me. I'm still out there on the court all the time, playing for hours, and I'm like 60. Never mind, you can see by my hair how old I am. My hair is thinning, but anyway, I don't know why I did that. Because you guys can just Google my name and kind of figure out how old I am and then Instagram me about it, whatever. Anyway, all the effort that you are putting in now, it can pay dividends well past your competitive playing days. Remember, you can love other sports, but tennis is the only sport where love is literally part of the game. Here are the honorees for the Female Tennis Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the Ellis County Female Tennis Player of the Year is Jaylee Young of Midlothian Heritage High School.
Jaylee Young was the only Ellis County tennis player to qualify for state competition. She had the misfortune of being paired against eventual state champion Brooke Runyon in Class 4A girls singles quarterfinals. Young won girls singles championships at both the District 11 4A tournament and at the Class 4A Region 2 tournament. Young won 17 matches in the 2020 fall season and was named Girls District Most Valuable Player.
Congratulations, Jaylee. Here are the honorees for the Male Tennis Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the Ellis County Male Tennis Player of the Year is Gabe Bell of Midlothian Heritage High School.
Midlothian Heritage's Gabe Bell won more than 100 matches in his high school career with the Jaguars. Bell and boys doubles teammate Nate Sandage nearly missed the state tournament berth, finishing third at regionals. In the fall team tennis season, Bell had 20 total victories and was named Most Valuable Player in District 14 5A, as well as the first team All-District in both boys singles and boys doubles.
Congratulations, Gabe.
Bruce Springsteen once topped the charts with his iconic album, Born to Run. But for this ultra marathon man, those aren't words that you sing. Those are words you live by. Presenting the awards for cross country, Dean Karnazes.
Dean Karnazes, the legendary Badwater ultramarathon champion, running 135 miles through Death Valley in 124-degree heat. He later ran a marathon at the South Pole. This superhuman and best-selling author has run 50 marathons in 50 states in 50 days.
Hey guys, Dean Karnazes here to talk a little cross country. But first, a quick confession. I only ran cross country as a freshman in high school. Our team won the state championships and I figured that I couldn't top that, so I stopped running. Until later in life. Now I've raced and competed on all 7 continents. But enough about me. This is about you guys, the best cross country runners from across the country. Here are the honorees for the Female Cross Country Runner of the Year. And the finalists are and the Ellis County Female Cross Country Runner of the Year is Emma Curry of Waxahachie High School.
Emma Curry is the All Ellis County Top Cross Country Runner of the Year for the 3rd year in a row. She owns the Lady Indians' school 5K record and broke her own mark in numerous races last fall. Curry competed for the third time at the state cross-country championships in November.
Congratulations, Emma. Here are the honorees for the male cross-country runner of the year. And the finalists are and the Ellis County Male Cross Country Runner of the Year is Sebastian Calderon of Waxahachie High School.
Sebastian Calderon advanced to the region cross-country championship meet for the second time in his career in November, earning the top time among all Ellis County cross-country boys. Calderon knocked more than 27 seconds off his finish time from the year before. Last year, Calderon attended Red Oak High School, where he also excelled in track and cross-country.
Congratulations, Sebastian.
We have loved seeing how you are celebrating. Thank you for posting and letting us celebrate with you. Keep posting on Instagram and Twitter using the hashtags for a chance to win an autographed gift from one of our featured guests tonight. Now let's hear from some honorees with our friends, Matt and Tyler.
Thanks, Abby. One thing you could say about us athletes is some of us tend to be a little superstitious.
Some eat the same thing before every game, some listen to the same music, some people even wear the same socks for every game for years.
Really? Bro, those Sam's Club socks?
Come on, bro.
The thick cotton ones?
I know, but we had socks from our school. You wouldn't wear them. You would stink up the whole place because you wouldn't even wash them. You'd forget to wash them. You still do that same thing in my apartment.
In any case, we want to hear from some of the greats. Let's see what they've done to lock in the wins.
I think I used to have like a ton of rituals. Well, I'm a pitcher, and so we're kind of known for being a little different.
I had my special hair ties. I would have to shower before every competition.
I've always had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich before I played.
I pretty much just put on my right sock before my left shoe before my right shoe. I never touched the lines. I always warmed up 27 minutes before game time.
But my one, I guess, like pregame ritual would be that I always pass with one particular teammate, Lauren Meyer.
I didn't have any rituals or lucky anything, and I tried to stay away from those things because luck scares me.
There are some things in certain playlists that might last an entire season, or you might listen to a certain playlist that you made and lose or have a bad game, and that thing gets erased pretty quickly.
I do 3 claps on the blocks, typically before I start my race.
Like if I do something before a workout, before a competition, and I notice that I had a good day, I now have to do said thing until the meet is done.
Obviously all rituals are a mental thing, but they were a big part of my preparation.
Kind of like Dumbo's feather. Like you don't need the feather to fly. You have it within you.
30 minutes before game time, yeah, it's embarrassing. 4 chocolate chip cookies and an orange Powerade.
Well, that certainly was educational. Whatever it takes, right?
Yeah.
What about you, Desmond? I would think a Heisman Trophy winner would have some good pregame rituals. Did you do anything?
Yeah, you know, it's pretty silly and goofy, but I used to put everything on in the same particular order. No matter if we're home or away, like the right sock, then the left sock. You know, it's just, I know it's ridiculous. I do it now, even when I put on my suit.
So you put your suit on in that particular order that you used to put your uniform on today? That's what you did?
Absolutely.
Well, that's what I like to hear. All right, that was very good. So moving on, let's get to our next set of awards.
You can't have a high school sports awards show without showing some love to all the bands out there.
Yes, they inspire their teams, energize their fans, and are as vital to high school athletics as uniforms and sports drinks. The Best Band Fan Favorite Award is voted on by the community and gives us a chance to give it up for the bands.
And now, Central Kubota Best Band Fan Favorite Award.
Here are your honorees. Here are your finalists. And the winner is...
The Spirit of the Waxahachie Indian Band is a consistent UIL State Marching Band Contest finalist, most recently placing 7th in the 6A final. The band houses 11 TMEA All-State musicians, including a 4-year All-Stater, a 3-year All-Stater, and multiple repeating All-State musicians.
Congratulations, great job.
When you're on the track, you know records are made to be broken, and legends can be made in a fraction of a second. That's why you always have to come with your best. You never know when it's your time to make your mark and when the world is watching.
And the world definitely watched our next presenter. He remains the only man to win gold in the 200 and 400 at the same Olympics. The one and only legendary sprinter, Michael Johnson.
Michael Johnson. This Texan dominated sprinting for most of the 90s. Of his 16 major international medals, not a single one isn't gold. After becoming the first and only man to defend an Olympic 400-meter title in Sydney, and to this day, the U.S. records in the 200, 300, and 400 meters still bear his name.
Hey everybody, Michael Johnson here to help celebrate the amazing achievements of the athletes from the friendliest sport there is, track and field. I know all those other sports will be mad that I said that, but think about it. When most sports have teams come together to compete, they call it a game. Some call it a match. But when we compete, where do we do it? At a meet. You can't get much more friendly than a meet as far as competition goes. Speaking of which, it's time to meet our honorees. And the finalists are and the Ellis County Female Track and Field Athlete of the Year is Leah Anderson of Midlothian Heritage High School.
Leah Anderson was by far the leading medal winner from Ellis County at the state meet with 2 golds and 1 silver. Anderson won the triple jump gold medal, making history in the process as HHS's first track and field state champion. But she didn't stop there, winning the 100-meter hurdles and settling for second in the 300-meter hurdles. The Heritage Junior also qualified for the state in long jump.
Congratulations, Leah. And now for the guys' side. Here are your honorees for the Male Track and Field Athlete of the Year. And the finalists are and the Ellis County Male Track and Field Athlete of the Year is Carter Wilkerson of Midlothian Heritage High School.
Carter Wilkerson anchored the Heritage 4x100-meter relay team that won the Class 4A Region 2 championship and just missed winning a medal at the state track meet, placing 4th. Wilkerson also ran in the 100-meter dash at state after qualifying in the regional. The speedy Wilkerson was also a standout on the gridiron at wide receiver for the Jaguars. He'll be moving on to the University of Wyoming in the fall to compete in track and field.
Congratulations, Carter.
It is called the beautiful game. And we're 3.5 billion soccer fans, that's right, billion with a B, around the world. I think you have a hard time arguing with that description.
Just like no one can argue that Alex Morgan is one of the most accomplished players, man or woman, in the history of the U.S. national team, and the perfect choice to present our soccer award.
When Alex Morgan steps on the pitch, it is game on. With a knack for late-game heroics, Morgan's goal in extra time in the semifinals of the London Olympics helped propel the U.S. to gold. She would go on to win the World Cup in 2014 and 19.
Hey everybody, Alex Morgan here. I've been so fortunate with all the things I've been able to do thanks to soccer. And you might be looking wide-eyed at that list of accomplishments, so it might surprise you to know that in this interaction we are having right now, I'm the envious one. I'm not kidding, because you guys are in or just finished high school, and I absolutely loved my time in high school. It was Dunbar High School in Southern California. Go Brahmas! Our colors were purple and gold, and our cheer was loud and proud. Yeah, that stuff stays with you. I'm envious because high school is special. You guys have your whole life ahead of you, which is scary, but also really exciting at the same time. So congrats on all your accolades, and just try to really enjoy the ride. Your older self will thank you, trust me. Here are your honorees. for the Female Soccer Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the Ellis County Female Soccer Player of the Year is Rachel Allen of Midlothian Heritage High School.
Rachel Allen was the leading force behind Heritage's run to its second Class 4A state championship in a 4-year span. Allen finished the season with 19 goals and 17 assists, but her forte was defense, where she helped lead the Jaguar defense that gave up only 11 goals all season long. Allen will continue her soccer career at Dallas Baptist University this fall.
Congrats, Rachel. And now for the guys' side. Here are your honorees for the Male Soccer Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the Ellis County Male Soccer Player of the Year is Clyde Mellick of Waxahachie High School.
In a challenging season, beset with injuries and COVID-19, Clyde Mellick was the only starter on the team to play in all games. The leader of the Indians' defense, Mellick was voted First Team All-District 11-6A and was runner-up for the district defensive MVP as he helped lead WHS to the area round of the playoffs. Mellick was also named to the Ellis County High School Sports Award football team as a place kicker.
Congratulations, Clyde.
Hey guys, it's Aaron Rodgers, and I'll be handing off some football awards in just a bit. Maybe I'll be saying your name, so stick around to find out.
You've got a new neighbor with full surgical capabilities, labor and delivery, advanced ER and imaging, and a brand new 190,000 square foot house. The care you need, the technology you deserve, all without taking a road trip to get it. Methodist Midlothian, Midlothian's first hospital, now open.
You know, sometimes scoreboards and record books don't tell the entire story. And it's a team that doesn't win the title that everyone remembers.
The Top Team Fan Favorite Award recognizes teams who exceeded expectations and uplifted their fans regardless of their final record. For this award, each community nominates and votes for the most inspiring team from their area. Here are your honorees. Here are your finalists. And the winner is...
The Ferris High School boys basketball team injected enthusiasm and excitement into a once proud basketball school. The team is led by a man who instills discipline and has earned the trust of his players through his incredible work ethic. This team makes their community proud by being excellent students and relentless competitors on the court.
Congratulations, great job.
Now, Laurie, you know they say defense wins championships. I know you won't get any argument about that from our next presenter. But even if you did, I'm pretty sure you'd let him win that argument.
Yeah, I'd sure stay out of his way. Also, those people haven't met you. But anyway, here to present the Defensive Football Player of the Year is T.J. Watt.
T.J. Watt, the youngest in an NFL family dynasty, was drafted in the first round by the Steelers in 2017 and became the first rookie to start at linebacker for the Black and Gold in more than 30 years. He has earned 3 Pro Bowl selections, led the league in sacks in 2020, and is a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year finalist.
Hey everybody, it's TJ Watt, giving some much-deserved props to the defenders out there. We all know that the offense is the one everybody likes to talk about and read about during the season. But over the long haul, history looks back kindly on those who defend. Think about it. The heroes of the Alamo, they were defenders. The iconic and beloved lawyer Atticus Finch from To Kill a Mockingbird, defender. Even one of the early super popular video games back in the 80s was called, you guessed it, Defender. And how do you describe a talented player on the other side of the ball? You call them offensive, like a bad smell or a horrendous outfit, like that uncle who always jokes weirdly at Christmas. So keep doing what you're doing out there on the field. People may go nuts for the quarterbacks today, but they'll always remember you defenders for years to come. Here are your honorees for the Defensive Football Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the Ellis County Defensive Football Player of the Year is Jackson Bailey of Red Oak High School.
Often overshadowed by the Hawks' stout offense, linebacker Jackson Bailey was a stalwart on the other side of the ball who was instrumental in the Hawks' push to the Class 5A Division II state quarterfinals. Bailey is headed to the University of Arizona after signing a national letter of intent in December.
Congratulations, Jackson.
A big thanks to TJ Watt for helping us out with the defense. And before we move on to offense, I was thinking, Desmond, if I could get you, TJ, and our next presenter on my flag football team, I could go ahead and just plan the victory dinner before the season even started.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Oh, man, I love to run routes for this guy. His accuracy and creativity as a signal caller make him a receiver's dream.
So more on my flag football team later, but he is one of the best and has certainly carved out a place for his name in the record books. Here to present is legendary quarterback Aaron Rodgers.
Super Bowl champion Aaron Rodgers holds the league's lowest career interception percentage and the highest single-season passer rating in history. The 9-time Pro Bowl selection was also named the NFL's most valuable player last season, the third MVP trophy of his illustrious career.
Hey everybody, Aaron Rodgers here to hand out some awards to incredibly deserving high school football players. Of course, that got me thinking about all the things I love about our sport. One of the most underrated aspects of football, the terminology. I mean, we got the blitz, the bomb, the sack, wild card. We spike, we trap, we fly, we Hail Mary from time to time. Those are fun. No offense to other sports, but while they dribble or bunt, we hit the hole and shoot the gap. They can't stand tall with a Statue of Liberty or transform a turnover into a touchdown with a fumble-rooski. So what do you say? We get in victory formation as we salute some amazing athletes from the gridiron. Here are the honorees for the Offensive Football Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the Ellis County Offensive Football Player of the Year is Colin Drake of Ennis High School.
Quarterback Colin Drake is the Player of the Year for the second year in a row after leading the Ennis Lions to a #1 ranking throughout the entirety of the regular season. Drake did not sign a letter of intent in February in hopes of being accepted into a strong pre-medical academic program. He helped lead the Lions to a perfect regular season and a second straight district championship.
Congrats, Colin.
Imagine for a moment what it would be like to go through your day carrying around something that weighs the same as you do. Now imagine that weight isn't playing nice and is fighting you the whole time. It would get pretty exhausting pretty fast. Welcome to the life of a wrestler. Here to help us award these masters of the mat is freestyle Olympic champion Kyle Snyder.
Kyle Snyder, aka Captain America, in 2016 became the youngest Olympic gold medalist and world champion in American wrestling history. He helped Team USA win its first world championship in more than 20 years. He'll be repping the red, white, and blue again when he attempts to defend his freestyle Olympic gold in Tokyo.
Hey everybody, Kyle Snyder here. If you want to have a long and successful wrestling career, you have to embrace a concept that is foreign to most Americans. I'm talking about kilograms. That measure of weight that school children and the rest of the world use with ease, but adults in the US can't seem to wrap their heads around. So if you already have a handle on it, you're ahead of the game. It's kind of like learning the language of your opponents. Here are your finalists for the Female Wrestler of the Year. And the Ellis County Female Wrestler of the Year is Madeline Hodges of Midlothian High School.
Being the only girl on a wrestling team full of boys didn't keep Madeline Hodges from qualifying as an alternate for UIL state wrestling competition. Hodges wrestled in the girls' 138-pound division in the regional meet and placed fourth to earn an alternate spot. Her older brother, Marshall Hodges, won a gold medal at the Springs State Meet.
Congratulations, Madeline. And now for the guys. Here are your honorees for the Male Wrestler of the Year. And the finalists are and the Ellis County Male Wrestler of the Year is Marshall Hodges of Midlothian High School.
Marshall Hodges won the Class 5A 285-pound gold medal at the ULI State Wrestling Championships in late April. He finished his career with 123 career wins, 4 district titles, and 3 region championships, and also won the silver medal in state competition as a junior. Marshall Hodges is also a member of the Ellis County football team as an offensive lineman and will play at Angelo State University.
Congratulations, Marshall.
We all have that person we look to for inspiration, that drives us to be better, that in turn helps us become an example for somebody else.
And the cycle keeps repeating. Let's take a moment to hear about some of the people who've inspired athletes at every level.
Hey guys, we're back. So let's talk about role models.
Being that person who inspires others is what it's all about. It's one of the main reasons why we started ABC Food Tours, to share experiences, become mentors, and help kids in our communities.
I mean, it's one of my favorite things we do. Give back to the kids, have fun with them, learn from them, teach them a little bit. Nothing better.
Yeah, it's been super rewarding. You know, it's a lot of the lessons that I thought that I'd be teaching these kids is what I've learned from
them.
Exactly.
Yeah, so mentoring, you learn a lot by giving, but you also learn a lot by receiving.
Exactly.
Even the pros have role models. Let's hear who inspired them and who they looked up to.
My role model was Lisa Fernandez. Her standard of excellence was so high.
Peekaboo Street was mine, and without her, you know, I don't know if I would be where I am. So I'm very, very grateful to her.
My role model is Alex Morgan.
My parents inspire me because they raised 3 strong daughters.
My role model growing up was Cal Ripken. He was the all-around player. He was the Rookie of the Year. He was an MVP. He was a world champion. All things that I wanted to accomplish in my career.
My fiance Megan is also a little bit of my role model, just to see how she carries herself. I have a front row seat to it.
I tried to change it to a real model.
I look up to people who are authentic.
You know, I always tell kids it's good to admire somebody. If you like what they do, steal it.
My role model are my parents and siblings.
My role model is my father.
Both of my parents, going back from day one, driving us all around, both of my brothers and I.
My older brother was a great athlete, and I was always chasing after him.
I think the memory of my mom, because she was always so kind and so smart.
The military and their effect they had on me and my rehab.
You hope that as an athlete you can have a positive impact on the community, and there's ways you do it vocally, through social media today, and most importantly through action in the communities.
And so to potentially be that for somebody else obviously is an amazing feeling.
Chipper Jones here. Let's see who really knocked it out of the park this year. Coming up right after this.
Now's the time to get a great deal on taking care of your property. Like #1 selling Kubota compact tractors that can do it all and do it right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut. And Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Right now, bring home the Kubota BX2380 tractor for 0% APR for up to 84 months, plus payments as low as $109 a month.
Softball might be the most misnamed sport there is. First off, the ball isn't soft at all. Just ask anyone who's ever been hit by one. Secondly, pitchers routinely hurl it over 70 miles an hour, standing only 43 feet from home plate. So don't confuse softball for being soft. To present our next set of awards, here's legendary pitcher Jennie Finch.
An icon of the diamond, Jennie Finch caught the nation's attention pitching the University of Arizona to a national championship in 2001. 3 years later, she was on the world stage, helping lead Team USA to the gold medal at the Athens Olympics. She would later collect a silver medal in Beijing and go on to boast an outstanding pro career on her way to the National Softball Hall of Fame.
Hey everybody, Jennie Finch here with a question for all you softball players out there. Why can't they make a great sports movie about women's softball? Is it really that hard? I mean, our smaller sphered cousin baseball has tons of them. Sure, there is that comedy All-Stars, but that's really more about the parents than it is about the players. Even A League of Their Own is about women's baseball, where there is no crying, not softball. It makes no sense. Our sport provides plenty of drama. I don't know about you, but I've met some unforgettable characters in and around the diamond. And you have a built-in audience dying to see their sport up on the silver screen. So for any of you softball players out there with a mile-wide creative streak, start gathering some fun stories, start putting together some characters, and getting them down on paper. And let's see if we can make a movie about the greatest sport in the world, softball. And while we wait for that, let's give out some awards. Here are your honorees for the Softball Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the Ellis County Softball Player of the Year is Emily Janek of Italy High School.
Emily Janek's dominating pitching carried the Lady Gladiators to the cusp of the Class 2A state semifinals. Janek was named to the Texas Girls Coaches Association All-State team as a freshman in 2019 and was an Ellis County Softball Player of the Year finalist that year, and also had the best earned run average in the state of .15 in the pandemic-shortened 2020 season.
Congratulations, Emily.
In 1936, Major League Baseball became the first professional sport in North America to establish a Hall of Fame as a way to remember the greats of the game from every generation. Induction to the Hall is seen as the highest honor of an extraordinary player's remarkable career. To present our baseball awards is first ballot Hall of Famer Chipper Jones.
Chipper Jones was selected by the Atlanta Braves as the #1 overall pick in 1990 and went on to become a mainstay in a Braves dynasty that claimed 11 consecutive division crowns and a World Series title. He captured 2 Silver Slugger awards and was the National League MVP in 1999.
Hey everybody, can't tell you how proud I am to be a part of this presentation to all you hardworking baseball players out there. I also want to say how impressed I am at all the stats you guys use these days. Y'all have a measure for everything. When I was playing, we didn't talk much about range factors or wins above replacement or bequeath runner scored. Heck, we didn't even know what bequeath was. The only time we ever talked about launch angle was if we happened to see the space shuttle taking off. And exit velocity was how fast the fans left after big loss. But by embracing all the statistical analysis, you're getting new insights into this great game. You're also probably getting a lot better scores on your math tests, so keep up the good work. And don't let your BABIP affect your WOBA, whatever that means. Here are your honorees for the Baseball Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the Ellis County Baseball Player of the Year is Ethan Starks of Life Waxahachie High School.
Ethan Starks was the spark behind an unexpected advance to the regional quarterfinals by the Mustangs as the team's leadoff batter and ace pitcher. He was voted the District 11 4A Offensive Player of the Year in 2021 and in the area round of the playoffs. Starks pitched a two-hitter to keep the Mustangs alive against state-ranked Salina, a series Life won in 3 games. Starks has committed to playing baseball at Northern Oklahoma College.
Congratulations, Ethan.
Many of the athletes featured tonight will continue their athletic careers in college.
But our next presenter's talents were so prodigious that the professional leagues couldn't wait. To hand out our basketball awards, we have the big ticket himself, Kevin Garnett.
Kevin Garnett, dubbed Mr. Basketball USA in 1995, was the first player drafted by the NBA straight out of high school in more than 20 years. This 15-time All-Star earned MVP and Defensive Player of the Year honors and an Olympic gold medal. Here he is, the big ticket himself.
Hey, KG here. I know all you girls and guys have worked really hard in high school. Have totally earned all the props and recognition you're getting. But no matter how long you play this game, know one thing, they will never teach you at any point along the way is how to give out awards. I tell you right now, it's not easy. It's great that our country is a melting pot and we have people from all over. But that also means that the names can be pronounced a million different ways. So be kind to the big ticket, if you will. If I accidentally mispronounce your name or if I don't get your name right perfectly, I mean, no disrespect. I have just seen these winners' names and I'm gonna try my best, okay? So let's get to it. Here are some honorees for the Female Basketball Player of the Year. And the finalists are the Ellis County Female Basketball Player of the Year is Brianna Davis of Red Oak High School.
Bringing athleticism and versatility to the court, Brianna Davis is this year's Ellis County Girls Basketball Player of the Year. The junior point guard guided Red Oak to the Class 5A regional semifinals this past season, averaging 22 points, 7 assists, and 6 rebounds per contest. Davis produced 7 double-doubles and also had a triple-double of 22 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists in a playoff opening victory over Crandall.
Congratulations, Brianna. And now for the ballers on the guys' side. Here are your honorees for the Male Basketball Player of the Year. And the finalists are the Ellis County Basketball Player of the Year is CJ Nolan of Waxahachie High School.
As the backbone of a Waxahachie team that produced a thrilling ride to the Class 6A regional finals, CJ Nolan is this year's Ellis County Boys Basketball Player of the Year. The 6'3" senior averaged 19 points per contest for the Runnin' Indians, whose season was highlighted by a 16-game winning streak. Nolan will play hoops for the University of Oklahoma this fall.
Congrats, CJ. Hey, high school sports fans, it's the Big Aristotle here to present some of the biggest awards of the night. So stick around. I've been preparing all week. I really hope I make Miss Swan proud. That's my 4th grade teacher. Definitely don't want to end up in detention again.
Courage means getting up after you've been knocked down. Failure is refusing to get up. Courage is getting up and doing something about it.
Courage means being uncomfortable and being okay with that.
Be willing to take a chance and maybe go against the flow.
To put yourself on the line for something.
I was always taught that courage means doing the right thing when no one's looking.
Courage means stepping out of your comfort zone.
Courage means you're fearless.
Courage means facing your fears and saying, I'm not scared of you.
Courage means doing the right thing all the time, not just when people are watching.
Courage can mean that you're just not afraid to make mistakes.
Not the absence of fear, but I think confronting your fears.
One of my favorite quotes is by Mary Ann Radmacher. It says, "Courage does not always roar. Some days, courage is the little voice that says, I'll try again tomorrow."
Courage truly means so many things. Overcoming challenges is the very essence of sports. But there are times when adversity comes after the whistles have blown and the horns have sounded, and it's devastating. The Courage Award is given to an athlete who has faced tremendous hardship, and through their strength and tenacity, were able to rise above it.
In 2018, a traumatic on-field leg injury threatened to end Alex Smith's professional football career and his life. After 17 surgeries, a lethal infection, and 2 years of grueling rehab, he stepped back into the huddle to help lead the Washington football team to an improbable playoff berth. Here to honor our recipient and present the 2021 Courage Award is a man who is no stranger to hardship himself, 2020 NFL Comeback Player of the Year, Alex Smith.
There are a lot of ways to define courage. For me, courage is like beauty. It's in the eye of the beholder. And the grace exhibited by our Courage Award winner is something to behold. Courage can be found overcoming a sudden and traumatic event, or conquering a lifelong condition in ways the rest of us can't even imagine. What makes this athlete truly amazing is that they shared their very difficult, very personal story in order to help the next person who has the same brutal hill to climb. They found a way to turn courage into something shared, something inspiring, something beautiful. And the Ellis County Posthumous Award for Courage goes to Austin Elbert of Waxahachie High School.
In September of 2020, my wife got the phone call from the police that Austin had been in a tragic accident, and that's when he was leaving the school to come to baseball practice, and he lost control of his truck, went across the median, hit an 18-wheeler head on. They took him to the Waxahachie Baylor here in town, and from there care flighted him to Big Methodist Hospital in Dallas. The next day is when he was passed. It was the 22nd of September.
It was 2 days before his 18th birthday. So he was 17. He'll forever be 17. But his baseball number was also 17, so.
They probably all filed through there. I'm not sure if they knew exactly what was going on, but they probably knew it wasn't good. But, I got the phone call, and then one of our administrators came down to the weight room and took me in the office and told me what was going on. We didn't know the outcome at that time.
He had a relationship with everybody on the team. He was never on bad terms with anyone, which kind of helps me, if something bad happens to one of our guys, you just got to pick him up. Never be on bad terms with somebody, because you never know when you're going to lose them.
He came straight up to me. We became instant friends. I mean, there was never a dull moment with him. Like, he's always positive, always caring, everything with him was a guy that you wanted to be around.
He was always smiling and laughing. He always made me feel good about myself. He never really brought me down or anything. I always knew that I could call him for anything.
It wasn't just our guys. It was the whole community. This community really rallied and rose up. And it wasn't just this community, man. It was
the surrounding communities. It was people sending me pictures wearing green. It was guys in Arlington. Brought the Arlington High guy brought his whole team over here. We had a lady here in town embroidery the AE on the hat. I don't know if you've seen the AE on the side of the hat. She just called me and said, hey, I do embroidery and I want to do this for you. So she took and embroidered like 50-something hats.
A lot of stuff I do now, I do it for him now because I know that he's watching me, so he inspires me to, keep pushing, strive for the best of what I could be.
To his family and friends, thank you for allowing us to share his inspirational story.
We've seen so many outstanding individual achievements in all different sports from this past school year. But now we focus on the heart of high school athletics, the team. And a crucial ingredient for success at any level, the coach.
And to present our awards for the best team and best coach, please welcome someone who is no stranger to success, legendary coach Urban Meyer.
Urban Meyer has found success at every stop of his coaching career, including 2 national championships. He's the winner of multiple National Coach of the Year awards, and this fall, he'll make his NFL debut as head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Hi guys, we know that good coaches and teams of this world are judged by the wins and losses. But we all know that there's a lot more behind the scenes. Strategy, teaching, training, and a lot of pushing. But a coach excels when his or her team truly comes together as one. And you know it doesn't matter what sport you play. There really is nothing like being part of an exceptional team. It's never easy, of course. Nothing worthwhile ever is. The hours and hours of practice, the growth of a unit, going through all the ups and downs, the highs and lows of a season together. When you become a great team, a special bond forms between the players, the coaches, and the support staff. That's like nothing else I've ever felt. Yes, there's some magic needed to make great coaches and great teams, but don't take this old coach's word for it. Let's hear from some athletes who know a thing or two about winning.
A good teammate accepts you as you are, yet challenges you to become even better because they see the best in you.
A good teammate is someone who wants the same amount of success for you as they do themselves.
A good teammate is unselfish.
Somebody who always stays positive.
The way you grow, the way your game grows, the way your IQ grows, a lot of times is off the basis of how you're coached.
A good coach is consistent.
A good coach is someone that can motivate you to do things that your mind doesn't even think you can do.
Good coaches understand that their role is not just to coach, but to teach, to inspire, and motivate an athlete.
Okay guys, they really did say it best. But now let's give out some awards to some who've proven they know what it takes to come together as a team and bring home the wins. Here are your finalists for the Team of the Year. In the Ellis County, Team of the Year is Midlothian Heritage Girls Soccer.
The Heritage Jaguars won the school's first Class 4A state championship in 2018. In 2021, 5 seniors, who were freshmen on the 2018 championship team, came full circle by winning state a second time. Last year, the Jaguars seemed primed to make a run at the state championship, but the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic in March forced cancellation of the playoffs, leaving the Jags wondering what could have been. This winter, though, the Jags returned to the pitch, confident that they could contend for state. And that's exactly what they did.
Congratulations, ladies. Very impressive season.
It is one of the most admirable and praiseworthy salutes of the entire 2021 season, Coach of the Year. And Methodist Midlothian is proud to sponsor this award that defines the best coach in Ellis County. A coach has to be a lot of different things to a lot of different people. And that extends well beyond the locker room and game night. The challenges of any coach going into a season are numerous and overwhelming at times. Navigating uncharted waters during the COVID-19 pandemic has been even more daunting, and coaching professionals throughout the region have stepped up to face these challenges head on. We've learned that the true measure of success for a coach is not always a win or loss record, but the positive impact they have on a student athlete that lasts a lifetime. Thanks to all our coaches for the impact you make, and a big shout out to these exceptional nominees.
Coach of the Year, presented by the Methodist Midlothian Medical Center.
Now for the Coach of the Year. Here are your honorees for the Coach of the Year. And the finalists are and the Ellis County Coach of the Year is Gerald Slovacek of Midlothian Heritage High School.
From day one at Heritage High School, Gerald Slovacek built a winning girls soccer program from the ground up, and the results can be seen in the school's trophy case. Slovacek coached the Jaguars girls soccer team to its second Class 4A state championship in 4 seasons, and capped the year off with a 6-0 rout of Corpus Christi Cal Allen on April 16th in the 4A finals in Georgetown. At the end of the season, Slovacek was named the overall soccer coach of the year by the Texas Girls Coaches Association. Slovacek finished his 17th year in education and coaching, 13 of which have been spent in Midlothian ISD.
Congratulations, Coach. Excellent job.
The male and female athlete of the year have turned in tremendous performances and are excellent examples to all our sports fans, and especially our kids, that hustle, determination, and teamwork are what wins. And that is why Methodist Midlothian is proud to sponsor the best of the best, the top male and female athlete of the year. We sincerely appreciate the positive impact that playing sports has on our student athletes. The invaluable skills and lessons you acquire by participating in high school sports will help you on and off the field as you enter the next stage of life. Congratulations again to all our athletes in Ellis County and these amazing nominees.
All right, guys, the moment we have all been waiting for. It's time to reveal the top male and female athletes of the year. Yes. These are exemplary athletes who have stolen the spotlight, dominated the season, and shown what it means to be unstoppable.
To give us a helping hand with the female athlete of the year is the all-time assist leader in WNBA history, the great Sue Bird.
Sue Bird has been a basketball superstar for more than 25 years. She earned the Naismith College Player of the Year and a 3-time Nancy Lieberman Award winner. Bird was the #1 pick of the 2002 WNBA draft, an 11-time All-Star, 2 NCAA championships, 4 WNBA crowns, 4 Olympic gold medals, 4 FIBA World Cup titles, plus a dozen or so International League titles. Female Athlete of the Year, presented by the Methodist Midlothian Medical Center.
Hey everybody, Sue Bird here. We've arrived at my favorite part of the show. Female Athlete of the Year brings together the best of the best, all in one award. It's kind of like that scene in Endgame when all the female heroes assemble, only instead of lasers, swords, and tricked out suits, you gals have sports equipment. But you get the idea. The point is, you have all excelled in your individual sports. You have all overcome obstacles standing between you and success. And you all have earned our lasting admirations. So really, there is no downside here. Just one of you gets a little bit more of an upside. But you all leave tonight winners. All right, let's meet our finalists for Female Athlete of the Year.
Leah Anderson of Midlothian Heritage High School. Brianna Davis of Red Oak High School. Elizabeth Schmidt of Midlothian Heritage High School.
And the Ellis County Female Athlete of the Year is Elizabeth Schmidt of Midlothian Heritage High School.
Elizabeth Schmidt is a standout athlete who made a name for herself in 3 sports: volleyball, basketball, and softball, and was selected to the Ellis County Sports Awards team in all 3, including the Most Valuable Player Award in volleyball. In volleyball, as a team captain, she finished with totals of 386 kills, 270 digs, 192 points off serve, 81 aces, and 37 blocks. Schmidt also helped lead the Jaguars to an undefeated District 11 4A championship and to the Class 4A Region 2 semifinals in basketball, and helped Heritage advance to the playoffs in softball this spring.
Congratulations, Elizabeth.
Now let's meet the contenders for Male Athlete of the Year. With so much incredible talent on display, we needed somebody of equal stature. So our final presenter of the night needs no introduction.
Yeah, but we're gonna give him one anyway, because if we don't, I know he'll call us out and he'd say, "Hey, there's Rutledge, why did you throw the Divas some love?"
Wow.
So here to present our final award of the night, the one and only Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaquille O'Neal, the big Aristotle himself, is feared by opponents and loved by millions. Shaq's combination of size, speed, and strength led to 4 NBA championship rings, an MVP title, 15 All-Star Game appearances, an Olympic gold medal, and a first ballot invite to the Hall of Fame. Male Athlete of the Year, presented by the Methodist Midlothian Medical Center.
What's up, everybody? Diesel in the house, representing for all the major athletes out there in high school. It's time to give out the Best Male Athlete Award. Anytime somebody wants to put the word best next to your name, that is a major sign of respect. It means they know you do hard work to be great, but also you pay attention to detail. It means you rise to the occasion when your team really needs it. It means you make your parents proud. So let's give it up for the male athletes who are vying for the title of the best. And the finalists for the Male Athlete of the Year are
Colin Drake of Ennis High School, Raymond Gay of Red Oak High School, CJ Nolan of Waxahachie High School.
And the Ellis County Male Athlete of the Year is CJ Nolan of Waxahachie High School.
CJ Nolan will be taking his 4-star talents to the University of Oklahoma this fall after leading the Runnin' Indians to the Class 6A Region 2 Finals and the state's #1 ranking for much of the season. Nolan, at 6'3" guard, averaged 19 points per game as a senior and was voted District 11 6A MVP, and was also an All-Ellis County finalist as a junior in 2020. Nolan signed with Oklahoma in November after receiving offers from numerous Division I schools. Nolan's dad is Belvis Nolan, who finished his basketball career at Kansas State after winning a junior college national championship at 3 Rivers in 1993.
Congratulations, CJ.
What a great night. We have had so much fun celebrating your accomplishments, and we want to thank all the parents, guardians, teachers, and role models who have helped these amazing young adults get to where they are today. You're all so important.
Exactly. And to all the athletes, coaches, and winners, congratulations. Yes. Until next year, that's a wrap.
Yes.
Some advice I'd give to my high school self would be don't sweat the small stuff.
I would tell my high school self to take time and enjoy the little things. High school flies by, and before you know it, you will be an adult. So have fun and enjoy the time with your friends and family.
Well, there's a couple things. I think one would to tell myself to be yourself. And a lot of times that's a lot easier said than done, but I know looking back, I was like every other high school kid, trying to figure things out, you know, seeing what your friends are doing, seeing what your family's doing, trying to see where you fit in. And I think a lot of times as kids, we don't have the confidence to just be who we are.
Only surround yourself with people that you respect, that you love you back, that support you. You've got to have positive enforcement in every way around you.
Continue to be a leader and not a follower. Continue to do right things in the community, in schools, around other student athletes.
It's supposed to be fun. Work hard, put everything into it, but make sure that you have joy when you compete. It's not about the outcome, it's about competing with all of your heart for something that you love. The outcome, the results will take care of themselves if you do that. So make sure you have fun with your team, rejoice in each other, rejoice in your talent, and just go for it.
I think I would tell her first and foremost to enjoy the process and have fun and stay present in the moment. And then I would say to challenge herself and to kind of run towards her fears and get uncomfortable. I think that that's where people learn and grow the most, is making mistakes, taking advantage of the mistakes as an opportunity and learning from them.
My advice would be make the most of your high school experience. How you do that, it's about people, it's about relationships.
Be yourself and be a leader before being anything.